Hey there, welcome over here to this new Instant Pot video. I'm really excited about this one. I figured a lot of you guys might be getting an Instant Pot for Christmas, so that's why I wanted to throw this video together and show you some of my favorite Instant Pot meals. But I really hope you enjoy it, and I do have a few other Instant Pot videos like this on my channel if you happened to miss them. But I hope you guys are doing well, and if you are new here, we would love to have you. So go ahead and subscribe down below the video, but let's get to cooking. To get us started off, we're making this amazing white chicken chili. To begin, in my Instant Pot, I have it on the saute function. I'm just adding about a teaspoon of some olive oil to my Instant Pot, along with a half of an onion that I sliced into smaller pieces. I'm also adding a couple cloves of garlic. I'm going to stir this together and let the onion soften. Once my onion is translucent, I'm adding in my 2 cups of chicken broth, and now I'm going to scrape the bottom of my Instant Pot. You don't want anything stuck on the bottom of your Instant Pot, or while this is cooking, it's going to indicate the burn sign, so just keep that in mind. Now I'm adding in our 2 cans of beans. I chose to use a can of black beans and a can of pinto beans. Both are drained and rinsed. Of course, use any type of beans you prefer. You could use white beans or anything like that. Then I just added in 1 15-ounce can of diced tomatoes and chilies, and I'm adding in about a teaspoon of this Better Than Bouillon paste. I love using this stuff. This is what I always use to make chicken broth. It just adds a lot of great flavor to things. Now I just added in half of a packet of some chili seasoning mix, and I'm going to stir this all together. Once I did stir this all together, I added in 1 chicken breast. Of course, use more or less chicken depending on your family size. I put the lid on, set it to sealing, and this cooked on high pressure for 20 minutes with a natural release of 10 minutes. So here it is, all cooked through. I'm just going to remove the chicken breast right now and shred it on a separate plate. Back over to my Instant Pot, I do have it on the saute function. I'm just adding in a half a cup of some frozen corn, along with 3 ounces of some cream cheese that is softened. You're also going to want to add in your cheese. I just added in about 1/4 cup of some shredded sharp cheddar cheese. You could add in any type of cheese you like. I'm just going to let this melt down and then whisk it while it is melting down. That's going to ensure that the cheese is nice and smooth in the end. I just added back in our chicken, and now it's ready to serve. Here is my bowl of white chicken chili. I served mine with some lime, tortilla chips, and cilantro on top. This is such a yummy, hearty soup. My family loves it, and it has a lot of great flavor. I can't believe I've never showed you a Instant Pot chicken noodle soup, so now that's what we're doing. Into my Instant Pot, of course, I have it on the saute function. I added about a tablespoon of olive oil, along with 1 medium-sized white onion that I diced into smaller pieces, and 4 carrots that I peeled and diced into smaller pieces as well, 4 ribs of celery that I chopped, and I'm going to saute all of these vegetables together until they get soft. Now that we have our veggies nice and soft, I want to make sure this has plenty of flavor, so I'm adding a teaspoon of some oregano, half a teaspoon of thyme, 1 bay leaf, and a little bit of some salt and pepper to taste. I'm just going to mix this together to make sure the seasonings coat the veggies. This truly is such a simple chicken noodle soup recipe. I'm just adding 4 cups of chicken broth now, and then 4 cups of some water. That is my liquid for the broth. And now I'm adding 1 chicken breast per usual. Add more or less chicken depending on your preference. And now I'm just going to stir everything together, and then I'm going to put the lid on this. This is going to cook on high pressure for 7 minutes with a natural release of 10 minutes. And then once it's all cooked, you're going to shred up your chicken with 2 forks. I have my Instant Pot on the saute function at this point. I added our shredded chicken back in, along with about 6 ounces of some of these egg noodles, and then I'm going to stir this around frequently until the egg noodles cook. Here is my bowl of chicken noodle soup. I just sprinkled mine with some parsley flakes. This came out amazing. It has so much flavor. My daughter is a huge chicken noodle soup fan, so I try to make it as much as I possibly can. Now we're making some of this butter chicken. This is probably one of my favorite Instant Pot meals of all time. I just love it. So of course my Instant Pot's on the saute function. I added my olive oil along with about 2 cups of diced up onions and 4 cloves of garlic. You're just going to stir this all together until the onion softens. Now that our onion is translucent, I'm going to be adding in my 2 pounds of boneless, skinless chicken breast that I diced into smaller pieces. You could use chicken thighs as a substitute if that's what you prefer. Now I'm adding in my 3 tablespoons of tomato paste, 15 ounces of tomato sauce, 2 tablespoons of red curry paste, 2 teaspoons of gram masala, and then you could add in some fresh ginger if you have some on hand, but I don't, so I just added in about 1.5 teaspoons of some ground ginger. You're also going to want to add in salt and pepper to taste and 1/2 teaspoon of some paprika. It is a lot of stuff, but this has amazing, wonderful flavor. After I stirred all of this together to combine, I put the lid on and put this on high pressure for 7 minutes with a natural release of 5 minutes. Here it is out of the Instant Pot, and to say that my house was smelling amazing is an understatement. This truly has some wonderful flavor. But anyways, I added in 1/2 cup of some heavy whipping cream and about 3 tablespoons of cilantro. The cilantro is optional, but we do love cilantro. I had my Instant Pot on the saute function at this point, and I stirred this all together until it started to thicken up, about 7 minutes, and here it is all finished. I just served mine on a bed of some white sticky rice and some asparagus along the side. This came out so good. I could say this 1,000 times, but this truly has some amazing flavor. Now for some Zuppa Toscana soup. This is my husband's favorite soup of all time. We're going to begin by chopping up 2 medium potatoes into smaller pieces, as well as 1/2 of an onion. Now over to my Instant Pot. We have it on the saute function once again. I just am adding my olive oil along with 1 pound of some sausage. I'm using this sweet Italian sausage. You probably know already, but this is my favorite sausage to use of all time. I just think it has wonderful flavor. I'm just removing the casings just like that, and now I'm going to cook the sausage completely through. Now that our sausage is all cooked through, I'm going to remove all of the excess grease. I've showed this trick on my channel a couple times before, but this is my favorite way to remove the grease. I just stick a paper towel in the pot and wiggle it around with my wooden spoon, and it removes all of the excess grease just like that, and it is unbelievably simple to do. Now I'm adding my chopped up onions along with my 2 teaspoons of minced garlic to this. I'm going to saute this around for a couple of minutes, and here we are a couple minutes later. I did add a little bit of broth to the bottom of my Instant Pot, and I'm scraping up all of the bits off of the bottom of my Instant Pot. I said this previously, but you don't want any bits at the bottom of your Instant Pot or else it will indicate the burn sign. For the remainder of our ingredients, I just added in our 6 cups of chicken broth with our potatoes. I just stirred everything to combine, and then I put the lid on this Instant Pot, set it to sealing, and this cooked on high pressure for 5 minutes, and I did a natural release for an additional 10 minutes. This is another one of those recipes that just made my house smell fantastic. Now that our soup is cooked, I gave this a stir, and now I'm going to add in 1 bunch of fresh kale. I did chop this kale up into smaller pieces just so it would be easier to eat. I'm going to season this with salt and pepper, and I'm going to let this kale wilt down for about 2 minutes. I did stir it frequently. Once your kale is wilted down, you're going to add in your 1 cup of some heavy whipping cream. Give this a good stir, wait about a minute or 2 to serve it just so that heavy whipping cream warms through. And now your soup is finished. Here is my bowl of soup. Of course, I topped mine with some Parmesan cheese. This is just such a fantastic, flavorful recipe, and it really does come together quite quickly in the Instant Pot. And that is a wrap of this video today. I really hope you found a recipe that you might enjoy yourself. But anyways, I hope you have a great week this coming week, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.